Following Liz Truss's recent speech against the pro-CCP globalists, the Communist Party in Beijing have decided to have a meltdown about it and been invited by LBC's Andrew Marr to come and share their thoughts. This is one of the weirdest things I've seen from British media recently, when we have a special guest, Victor Gower, who is CCP media spokesperson, who was invited by LBC and Andrew Marr, of all people, to go on the show, to go on a rant, a complete meltdown rant, without being interrupted, without getting scrutiny. He could just say whatever he wants against Liz Truss's anti-globalist speech. And obviously, the CCP are very smart. They put in their own spin on it, saying, we are very worried about Liz Truss and her rhetoric. It's damaging the British interest, the British public. We care so much about the British public. And we think that Liz Truss will create instability for British people. Really?
First of all, Liz Truss was notorious as the shortest-lived Prime Minister in terms of the tenure of office. And she did tremendous amount of damage to the UK economy. And
no, she didn't. Her budget wasn't actually implemented, you idiots.
Financial integrity by sponsoring or introducing the mini budget, which turned out to be a great disaster.
I mean, it's rich coming from the CCP when it comes to the economy, but okay.
The fundamental interest of the British people. I hope, as a member of parliament, she will no longer do such damaging thing detrimental to the fundamental interest of the British people. Now, her proposed visit to Taiwan in her official capacity will only achieve one goal. That is to further alienate the relations between China and Britain.
Good. Let's do it. It's time to do that, guys. Let's alienate that relationship.
Hurting the fundamental interest of the British people. This visit will have no constructive purposes at all. I hope Liz Truss will no longer damage the fundamental interest of the British people, and she should know decency and respect for the British people, British fundamental interest, rather than engaging in brinkswomanship, in damaging the reputation of Britain and undermining China-UK relations.
Oh my God. Okay. This is the best they can do, by the way. So clearly they had some sort of session, some sort of emergency meeting in Beijing about this, and having a complete crazy moment and throwing tantrum about Liz Truss. If they're so scared of one backbench Tory MP in Britain, oh my God. So they decided to send this guy out to British media to create their own propaganda. And there are enough people in this country who fall for it. There are enough people in this country who are so frustrated with our own establishment that they end up taking the Chinese side. They end up saying, well, he's right. Yeah, the mini budget was bad. The mini budget wasn't actually even implemented. So it was just an announcement. Oh, dear God. So this is what we're dealing with. The propaganda that we're getting from the ultra-globalists, who are basically allowing China to rise. And because at the same time, they are trying to protect the dollar, and that's not going well either. And they're wondering why this BRICS nonsense is happening. You've got all the coalition of the nutters getting together, China and the Saudis and the Iranians, everybody's getting together now. And because people are so angry with our politicians here, they are basically saying, well, I don't really have full free speech, and some of our elections are being rigged. Let's just go with the dictatorships. Let's just allow them to win because they're not woke, at least. This is a very, very weird world we live in. We don't really have any righteous side anymore. There's no good versus evil. Everybody in the establishment, from west to east, you got the Western globalists, you got the Eastern globalists, and both sides are pretending to be nationalists. It makes no sense. And they're all damaging the whole of the planet. And in the middle of all this, Just Stop Oil activists are still blocking the roads. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Mahyar, Tousi, and we are the media.